Well, things are looking up for businesses in Rockport. Now about a year and a half since Hurricane Harvey did so much damage there. As our Marissa Cummings reports, city officials are expecting a boost in their economy come spring break.
According to the Rockport Fulton Chamber of Commerce, 93% of businesses have bounced back post-Harvey. And that's not all.
Probably 10 to 12 new businesses, restaurants and other shops that have come into Rockport Fulton.
Glenn Gomez is with the Chamber of Commerce. Although he says businesses are almost all up and running, the same can't be said for hotels. Gomez says only 50% of lodging is currently available.
That equates to about 1,000 rooms. We have another wave of 200 to 300 rooms that are going to be coming online between now and spring break and Easter.
That's not good news for small business owner Connie Garcia. Garcia says she doesn't doubt there will be many tourists come spring break.
But whether they're going to come down here to stay because we don't have housing available, hotels, I don't know where they're going to go.
She says what will generate sales is more people moving back to Rockport permanently.
It's a slow process. Like I said, we don't have the workforce that we need to get everything going at once. But little by little, they're coming back.
Until then, Garcia says she hosts different store events to entice shoppers. The Chamber of Commerce estimates it'll take about another year for everything to be back 100%. Reporting from Rockport, Marissa Cummings, 3 News.
Oh, that hurricane did so much there.